welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
A look there inside Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Today, a good one in store. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Washington Commanders. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, glad you were with us, and Daniel Carlson here to get things started. Off we go from Landover. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Commanders, and they are led by the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. Greg, it was such a good rookie campaign for Jaden Daniels out of LSU.
And even though he's just a rookie, Mike, I think it's safe to say Jaden Daniels, he is one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. And on top of that, he's not a one-dimensional player. Yes, he's going to make splash plays with his feet, and he's going to make some highlight reel plays. But he is a quarterback. He can make every throw. He's got great arm talent. If he can continue to find the balance between those two aspects, he's got a chance not to have just success today, but he has a chance to have success for a long time in this league.
2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. He's going to run it. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
On first down, Daniel. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll tuck it and take off. And Daniels will have the first down as he's able to slide and avoid the contact.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down to keep the drive alive.
On the zone read, here's Daniels. Uh-oh. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. A gain there of 23 yards. First down, Washington.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the first down.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. That's taken in, and he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain, and that'll set up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
His kick is good, and the Commanders will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Raiders come out, and Greg, they make a change at quarterback in the offseason. It is now year 13 for Geno Smith, but year 1 in silver and black.
You just can't say enough about Geno and his turnaround over the last couple years, Mike. I mean, many thought he was destined to just be a career backup and just play out the rest of his career. And when things didn't play out at first, instead of just listening to those doubters, he just kept working on his craft. And next thing you know, he gets an opportunity with a new team, makes the most of it, and he's now solidified himself as a bona fide franchise quarterback in this league.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Man in motion here is Tucker. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost him 5. A quick throw on the RPO is complete.
So anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Play action now. It's Geno. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. The NFL's active leader in sacks, Von Miller. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Geno. To the sideline. Nice job. They pulled that one in, but that is still well short of a first down.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And he couldn't get that one to check up, and it'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Commanders' offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score. as we begin 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 6. To throw is Daniels. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Back gate for the Raiders, it's Trey Tucker. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Raiders offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A gain of 14. Good for a quick 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. It's 2nd down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
On 2nd down, it's Gino. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Smith. He's going to air this one out. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. They'll run to begin the drive with Eckler. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing now, Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. That one good for 29.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
1st down throw there is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Daniels going to keep this himself.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
3rd, they need 8. The motion man here is McLaurin. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. They'll throw with Daniels. Downfield, there's the veteran Ertz. And he will be out of bounds. There is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what that is all about. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On play action, Daniels. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
They'll run here with Eckler. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. It's the Commanders with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Commanders with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. As we are ready to get back underway. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. It's Daniels. And he's in. Noah Brown. Touchdown, Commanders. Matt Gay on for the extra point. The kick is good. The Commanders are out to a 10-0 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Raiders offense ready to get back at it. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. And he slips through an open. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-happy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Well, has been the case this entire 1st half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Out of the backfield, it's Genty, and they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. They get 25 on that connection. 1st down, Vegas.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
To the left side, it is caught by Myers. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal. One more time with Genty. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped him for no gain at the 4.
So on second down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you have any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
3rd and goal. In the shotgun, Smith. That one, taken in, middle of the end zone. Brock Bowers, touchdown Raiders. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders are on the board. It's 10-7. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, here's Luke McCaffrey. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Commanders' offense headed back to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, a handoff to Eckler. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. And in motion is Brown. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. Here's Daniels. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Here's Tress Way now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Smith to throw on 1st and 10. Von Miller getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now, Gino. That one caught by Tucker. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. That has to be a disappointing end to this drive. Just think, when they took the field on this possession, Mike, they're thinking they got a shot to go down there and take the lead, but they couldn't even get to midfield, let alone the end zone. If they end up getting another shot before halftime, they've got to find a way to have better execution than they did right here.
Woo! That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off the zone read, Daniels gonna hang on to it. And oh, they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll try to run for it. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Give it to Eckler on the option, and he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you could see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. It just, he never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throwing is Daniel. A good one there. He's got Ertz. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early, and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
That's caught by Eckler. He's going to have enough for a first down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
From the gun, it's a give to Eckler. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop. From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Eckler. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Pass caught left side. That's Ertz. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line. Moved back to the 10. He'll try here on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. He runs with it, and he's into the end zone. Jaden Daniel. Touchdown, Washington. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Gay to add the PAT. His kick is good, and the Commanders will get out in front 17-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Throwing is Smith. That's brought in by Myers. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Second and a yard. From the gun, it's Gina. He'll go right back. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the Commanders come up with the takeaway.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Man in motion is Brown. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
That one complete to Jalen Lane. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 2. Slot man gonna move in motion left. To the air again is Daniels. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they'll mark him out at the 8. But it is enough to set up 1st and goal.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. But as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hanson for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it is Trey Tucker. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. On the ground, it's Gentry to start the drive. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Here's 2nd and 6. Keep it on the ground with Gentry. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Smith. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Dante Thornton was the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more, and he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Eckler. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll go back to Eckler here on 1st down. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Throwing on 2nd down. Daniel. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 18 yards on the connection. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
Daniels now on first down. Right side, pulled in by Samuel. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
And the Commanders are going to be set up with a first and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Man in motion is Brown. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
They decide to get cute down here near the goal line, Mike, and they find themselves going backwards. That's going to make this next play call a little trickier after they lose yards on the previous down.
Now from the 7, it's second and goal. Out of the gun, they give it to Eckler. Oh, making guys miss, and he's in. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Commanders. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So now Daniels and the Commanders offense going to go for 2. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. To return is Tucker. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Despite his ultimately, he goes down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Look wide, get this one complete. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Smith. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
The Raiders have their punt team out there as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Now a fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Here's a 2nd and 12. They'll throw with Daniels. There's Ertz. He's got it right side. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of the Raiders has got it. And so much for a nice game through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
The Raiders offense ready to get back to work. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The motion man here is McLaurin. They run this straight ahead with Eckler. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. And they'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
They run it once more with Eckler. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Running right up the gut, it's Eckler. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and short, and it's Daniels. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. The tight end, Ertz, in motion. Try to get him to jump. Did not work. Good job by the defense to stay disciplined. It's a delay again. On 4th down, the Commanders send out Matt Gay to try the field goal. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Commanders add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Hey, Scott, thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches, I would assume, by those head coaches as we get set for half number 2. After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the shotgun, Smith. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
Open man is Horton. He's got it. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. Now, Gino. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. That's an incompletion.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On second down, it's Gino. He'll find Genti out of the backfield. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on third down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Now a 3rd and 2. In motion, that's Thornton. From the gun on third down, Smith. Gets that one complete to his tight end, Bowers. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. Here's Gino. To the goal line and in. Dante Thornton. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Touchdown here in the fourth quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the fourth quarter.
Smith leading them to the line as they get set to go for 2. Gino to throw. That'll be caught. And he will not get to the goal line, so no tack it on 2 points. Still a 3-score game, as the difference is 18. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. To return, it's McCaffrey. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniel. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. The Raiders offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. And he's trying to get upfield, but cannot do it. Knocked backwards to the 2.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
2nd and 11. They'll go again with Genty. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
On 3rd down, they go with Genty.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
The Raiders send their punt team out, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. That's taken in at the 50. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Austin Eckler and the rest of the Commanders' offense back out onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The tight end, Ertz, in motion. Play action. Here's Daniels. A throw behind his man. Can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That pass taken in by McCoy. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Washington.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
We spend so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Man in motion is Brown. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
So one of the elements of a good screen game is the quarterback having the timing in his head to know, I want to hold the ball long enough to get the rush to commit to me, to set up the blocking and set up the back behind them. But I also can't hold it on forever because then I don't have an opportunity to deliver the ball. So it was really more of the latter here where he's trying to hold on as long as he can. The pressure just gets to him a little too fast and the ball falls incomplete. When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Commanders will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. On the return, here comes Tucker. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Working out of the gun, Smith. He's going to tuck it and go. He'll take this one up close to the first down marker. They spot it where the slide begins. That's a pickup of about 9.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
To the left side, it is caught by Myers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 20-yard pickup there. Good for a Raider first down.
I love this call, Mike. Defense is thinking run here. It's second and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy first down. Really well done.
Smith to throw on first down. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Bowers. And they'll take this down inside the 35. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
That's into the hands of Thornton. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Ball on the 27. Here's second down and 6. From the gun, it's Gina. That is brought in at the 10. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the fourth quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here.
And he'll take it on in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders are able to cut into the deficit. Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. The motion man here is McLaurin. Now on 1st and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down. Daniel. Look at the middle. He's got Ertz. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Commander's first down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's 1st and 10. See a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So you find yourself playing with a 2-score lead. Of course, it goes without saying, Mike, you don't want to take any unnecessary risks. The primary reads weren't there. Works through his progression, move on to the next play, and just throw that ball away.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Open man, left side. He's got it. To the 10-yard line. He is out of bounds there. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
A second effort, and he is in. Austin Eckler, touchdown Commanders. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
Now Gay for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. To return is Tucker. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Raiders offense ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. On 1st down, here's Gino to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Throwing on 2nd down. Smith. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. From the shotgun, Smith. He'll go right back to Myers.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Smith now. A throw right side, taken in by Tucker. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. First and 10. To throw, it's Smith. That's left side to Tucker. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and There's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field.
And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They've fought till the end, but still will come up short. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
So it's a win here for the Commanders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Commanders are winners, as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.